Welcome back. Now we're counting down to our 75th anniversary here at ABC4 as Utah's first TV station. It's a way we can all remember growing up as the TV generation. Now many of us just assumed there were always those dramas, the news programs, the sitcoms that for so many years we rushed home to see. But our video pioneers put our station on the air long before there were recorded shows or even networks. You know, they had to come up with unusual live shows. One that is our favorite was a televised wedding. Picture this, it filled the broadcast in 1948. Imagine that time. It's a sweet story that our own Craig Wirth gives us tonight.
So this is what folks saw on TV in 1948. With no network and only live TV, twins played the piano, twins tap danced, folks juggled, and then there was a real great idea. How about a telewedding? Now how cool is that? 5 years ago, we found a couple pictures of it, and we showed it. The winners had written an essay on why they wanted a home. That was first prize, but there was also the telewedding on TV from the fairgrounds. Well, the piece aired, the newscast ended, the phone rang, and there was this couple, and they said, hey, we were the ones in the telewedding. Now, as we're about to have our 75th anniversary, so are they.
We're having a sandwich, and we found on the counter a little tab where they were announcing this contest at the Utah Home Show. And it was to write an essay on what it means to own your own home.
Yes, Veer McHenry was in love with Barbara Jean Oliver. But they were going to wait a couple of years to get married, although the essay seemed like a swell thing to write.
It was just a lark that we filled out that application, that little essay that they had us write.
And then it happened. Yes, in front of a television camera. They would be married. It was live and special. To this day, she has her wedding dress from the telewedding.
They had us march in, and her father brought her down the aisle and turned her over to me.
There were only a few TVs in Utah then. Store owners put televisions in their store windows, and they set out chairs so customers could see this odd thing called television. That's how their friends saw the telewedding.
There was a television set in the window of Murray Music, and they said they had a big crowd out there that watched it from there.
Barbara Jean's dad also had a rare television in his tavern, so he was already a fan. This was great.
Dad kind of liked it, didn't you?
They were pretty excited.
Yeah, I think they were.
Probably more than we were.
I think so.
Now Channel 4 did its part, the live telewedding, but some other sponsors, well, some things kind of got lost. There was a promise for a house, at least a really good price for a house, and that didn't quite happen.
One of the people there that was in charge said something about they would move that home onto a site and they would give us the down payment for the house. And that's as much as we ever heard.
And a promise of a night at the Hotel Utah Bridal Suite.
We went over to the hotel, and the bridal suite was booked, as was every other room in the Hotel Utah. So they housed us that night in the band room with all the instruments.
Believe me, our station would like to make that up to you 74 years later. Oh wait, sorry, the Hotel Utah is gone.
I can't promise you the Hotel Utah, but at least we can promise it's going to be on.
It's good.
Yeah, I always loved you. I knew you'd do something good.
You know, they're so nice. Now, I really feel bad about the mix-up at the Hotel Utah, and I wasn't even born then. But they did get the honeymoon.
A very nice, all-expense honeymoon in Elko, Nevada.
You know, Veer says what they didn't get doesn't matter. He got Barbara Jean.
That was the grand prize.
All from the 1948 telewedding, and a really sweet couple. Craig Wirth, ABC 4 News.